Wrong Gandalf. There we go. There's a red Gandalf. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? I know I saw some people in here. That you guys missed the. Oh no, Al was there. Gator wasn't though. Jake wasn't there. Uh, I don't know. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I screwed it up. AET. But anyway, hey Black Sheep. I did a try to do a premiere. I guess it worked. I don't know. There was like 20 people there, which was kind of cool. But you can watch it, I guess, after the fact. I guess it stays up or something. I don't know. I just thought. I guess there's a way actually to do. I don't know if I could do it in StreamYard, but there's a way to attach to roll right out of the premiere and right into a live stream. So maybe I'll try that. I'll try that again, or if not. So good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, or good evening. Going grazed. Hey, Dowlow, how you doing? But you can watch it. The only thing that was, I guess, a little bit about the premiere is if you're there and we're talking, and I just used my phone because I could talk into it. Like I said, my spelling and stuff is not very good, so I use my iPhone. But you have to watch the whole thing, and I put in the middle of it, there's our oldest daughter did it's probably 5 minutes long or maybe a little longer, traditional Thai dance. And her friends, 5 of them came. I'm going to probably do a whole separate video on that for them. Because I've got it on some other stuff. I had one of the other kids take my 7 and take a bunch of videos. So there was a couple other dances and stuff in there. So I might do that. But you have to watch the whole thing. I guess you don't have to. But you're kind of sort of obligated to while you're there if you're talking. Hey, Stuck, how you doing? Yep, Gandalf, you bet. Randy, good morning. And now, so yeah, but I don't know. The video was all right. I didn't. When Chuck's comes out, No Time to Be Sad, you'll get to see it. But I did. My wife did send me some pictures. Maybe I will try to email them to myself. And it is a couple of pictures of me in my pink, or not pink, lavender, I guess, color, purple top, which was awesome. My mother-in-law, both the shirts that you saw me in the videos were both made by her. She made them for me. Very, very cool. So let me see if I can find. I don't know what she says. She probably sent it to me online. Let me see. I got to put a line on this computer. Yes, she did. Let me see if I can email them to me. Can I? Yes, more. Let's see. Save and keep. Share another app. I wish I knew how to work these damn things. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Gmail to Dave Clark, Doctor, GottoLoveThailand, and send. Finishing. Done. Because I know everybody was James. Even, hey Joe, how you doing? She'll be happy. Hey Robert. James was doing a live stream. He probably still is, but he said there wasn't enough pictures of me in my outfit. There will be. Thanks, Robert. Hey, Mike's, how you doing? I'm glad to see you. Let's see if I can go over to. And I'm such a. All right. Do I have? No, I have to go to Gmail. Gmail. There it is. This should bring it up. Let's see if they're there. If they're there, the lucky few that are here early will get to see them. Me. No subject for attachments. Okay, let's see if I could bring up. If these come. Okay, so maybe it will work this way. All right, I'm gonna try it, guys. You let me know if it. Let's see. Share screen. Microsoft tabs. No subject here. Share. Okay, are you guys seeing this? Let me. I can't do both at the same time. Let's see. Here we go. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can see it, right? You can't really see my diaper too well there, but my beautiful wife and her friend, and then I think there's one of the whole family. Let's see, and these were pretty good. And I usually don't like pictures of myself, but it's another one. But you still can't see my diaper too good in that one. Let me see. Let me try the other one. Are they the same? Yeah, they're pretty much the same. And just so you guys know, these arrangements, she bought these flowers, and my wife actually made those. I was impressed. I thought they were quite nice looking. Um, Thanks, Mikes. uh, let's see. Okay, so yeah, so Chuck will have some of the actual wedding ceremony where they tie the bunch of deals and give you money and stuff. They tie a little string around your wrist. We had like, I don't know, 50 of them or something. Hey Joe, hey Chuck, video coming soon. Cool. Yeah, I don't know if you guys caught I'll show them up again, the pictures, but they were actually, my wife did, there you go. We took a couple of them on the porch. I was really surprised. It came out good. Good morning to you, Joe. Hey, David, how you doing? Glad you could make it. And Joe saying good morning to everybody. But yeah, so I don't know. It was a good time. Chuck's Chuck's video will probably be better than mine. But I only had the GoPro. I should have shot it with my camera, with my M3 or my Canon, or both. Well, the M3 is a Canon, the mirrorless, or the I should have shot it with something different. As it got darker in the end there, especially with my wife dancing right before it ended, it wasn't that great. Hey Jam, how you doing? Hey Cobus, glad you guys can make it. But it was a great time, man. And like I said, I guess there's a way you can do a premiere and then you can roll it into a live stream, but I think you have to do it through YouTube, and I'm not a big fan of the YouTube app. So, hey Gary, looking good, thanks. Everybody's being nice. Although hey Martin, how you doing? My wife said the family they they liked it. They liked me, dressing up. They thought that was all right. And I like I told you, it was my wife's day. Whatever she wanted, I would have done that day for sure. Hey, T. See the show, The King and I. The teacher. Yeah, also, it's really weird because I'm still in case you guys are wondering, I'm still in my old house. Me and my wife had kind of a, was it a fight? Yeah, it was kind of a fight. I was being an idiot, as normal. But she had told me she was taking off Monday and Tuesday, and we were going to move. We were taking off Sunday, just going to lay around and do absolutely nothing, which we did. And then Monday and Tuesday, she was going to take off work, and we were going to move with the four or five workers and our truck and the kids and mom and everybody anyway. And Monday morning, she said, I got to go to work. She's moving her work. I don't know if I told you, TOT and Cat, they're both government internet companies. Well, they became one about 4 or 5 months ago. They haven't. There is a name, but they still go by the same name. And where she's at TOT, her division that she just moved to, is kind of cramped. And the Cat building, there's 9 million square feet to move into. So her boss said, no, you've got to move today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. We're moving the office. So I was an idiot for a little while, typical. And then I apologized, and I told her, you know what? I've waited a year. I don't care. I'll wait till this weekend. Next weekend, I don't care. I don't want to argue. And so anyway, we made up, and everything's cool. It's just that I'm probably not going to move until this weekend, which is fine. I don't care. I want to be in there, but, I don't know. It's not worth fighting over. The biggest deal about it is they moved all the kitchen stuff, and for doing the outdoor, they took in my little kitchen here, they took the burners, they took the gas, they took the table, they took the prep area that I used to make any kind of food and all sorts of. They moved that over there before the party to cook in the morning. So I don't really have anything here to cook, but what's the big deal? I hop on in the truck or on the bike and go over and get something to eat. She was so upset that I was upset. She wanted to put me up, Chuck, and if you're still here, and in the hotel that you stayed in for 2 or 3 days, so I could relax, because she said she didn't want my blood pressure to be up there and me be affected by it. And I said, no, we'll wait till after we move, and then maybe we'll go there for a night or two. It looked like a nice place. I said the food looked outstanding, and the pasta I had, and I think everything that Chuck had and everybody had there, Dirty Old Man and Tom and everybody, I think they liked it all. It was great. The pasta I had was great. Looked like everybody had good. I was sitting right across from Chuck and them, and I don't know, looked like they were enjoying their food. So, and the salad that Tom had was, anyway, it looked like good food. It'd be a good place to, to kick back. Paige looked like she was really enjoying her food. So she had a big piece of lasagna. I think she split it with Chuck. I think Chuck ate half of that. Let's see if I'm missing anything. Hey, Dave, you need to move. I agree with you. Let's stay calm. Yeah, I just, I've waited, as you guys know, pretty much 2 or 3 months. My house should have been done just about the same time as Joe's. And I think, Joe, you've already been there 3 months, I think. Maybe longer. Hey, miss, how you doing? So it's a little, I let it get to me, and I was just, and she did so much. I mean, she did everything. I did nothing. She was running around, like crazy. She planned everything, orchestrated everything. Like I said, she made those arrangements. She did everything, and me like an idiot. I have to say something because I'm an idiot. That's the way it goes. Sometimes I guess my old self comes out for 30 seconds. Like I told her, thank God I don't hold anything more than 3 to 5 minutes is my limit. But it might be kind of nice to move into the house, and then after that, a week later, not go far. It's a hotel right here in Surin, but it looked really nice. Like I said, the menu was, James would have had a field day with this menu. The pictures were awesome. It was this thick, well laid out. I mean, it was an awesome menu. Let's see. Congratulations. Hey, Ron, how you doing? Glad you could make it in. Yeah, and that's why I wanted to get that little bit in the beginning. If you guys didn't see the video, in the very beginning of the wedding party, I thanked all the subscribers, new, old, indifferent, whatever. You guys are awesome. I gave you a big thumbs up, and we have a bunch of fun. Like I said, it doesn't really matter to me whether this channel stays at whatever subscribers it's got now or it goes to 20 million. Doesn't make a difference. I'd like it actually to maybe stay on the smaller side, because I can barely read the chat as it is. Oh, I was just talking about you. Were your ears burning, James? You got to ask Chuck about it when you talk to him, because I think you said you were going to call him, ask him about the menu in the hotel that he stayed in. It was the best one with pictures, and it was yay thick and had hamburgers and pasta dishes, Thai dishes. You'd have a field day with it. Let's see. I'm gathering your live streams over with. But anyway, I thanked everybody in that, and I want to thank everybody again. Like I said, it doesn't really matter to me, but we have a bunch of fun, and that's what it's all about. Okay, Dave, let's see. What does Black Sheep say? The blessing and the wedding are over. That's the first. Yeah, I know, on and off moving dates. Yeah, I will get those measurements. I will do that, I promise. Yeah, I just, and last night I just said, you know what, it's not worth it, man. You're amazing. You did everything. Everything came off without a glitch. I mean, it was awesome. The show was, I mean, I don't remember the dancing girls and stuff like that at TOT's party, but I think that was an ad. But it was great, and Anna was up on the stage having a good old time and dancing in front of the stage, on the stage, beside the stage. She had an absolute ball, which is great. Um, but yeah, it was. Let's see. They're asking Joe when he's gonna make his plan. That'll be a hell of a party. Um, let's see. But yeah, I wish Joe could have been able to make it and James. But there were I think only about 180 people out of the 250 um, showed up, and a lot of it was my wife's family. They didn't want to travel because of COVID, and they decided to stay in Ubon and stuff like that, which I understood. The biggest hit of the whole thing was we paid, I think it was 1,400 a table for the tables, and that included the table, the chairs, the food, the silverware, everything, not the drinks, but um, then that steak guy that was there that I in the very beginning of the video I show him cooking the steak, pork steak, and he made a raw salmon Thai style dish that was just absolutely awesome. Each plate had maybe typical sashimi cut, this long or this long, this thick, and yay wide. Maybe 10, 15 pieces on there, and it was in Thai chilies, very spicy. It was excellent. We ordered 20 of those and 20 of the pork steaks, one for each table. And then my wife got these little tickets that he gave her for 100 more of the pork steaks. And that was the hit of the deal. She was handing those out. There was a line for the first hour and a half of the wedding or the party starting. People were in line getting the pork steak. Thai people, and his pork steak's excellent. And I think even when you go there, I still got to do a video about it. I think Chuck had it in there too. He took a picture of it. The pork steak's 69, I think 69 baht, and that comes with a good pork steak, good portion, some potatoes of some style, and a little salad with 1,000 on it on a plate. It's very reasonable, and that was the hit. Everybody wanted that, and then we still ended up with about 5 or 6 of them. And the next night before the kids went back to Bangkok, the one that put on the Thai dance show and music, we gave them to them, and they rode over and got them to go and brought them back to the house and ate the steak again. They really liked it. Everybody liked it. Yeah, we'll get together. I'm looking forward, Joe, to the. It was short notice. You guys are far away. I know. I drove it. It's 11 and a half hours by scooter anyway. Um, but March, I'll see you guys in March. I'm trying to, when we figure it all out on the next bike ride, I don't know if my wife's going to be able to stay for a long time, but I'm going to at least have her try to go with me because I'm going to ship the bike one way or another. I'm gonna ship it. She said she doesn't want me driving 11 hours like that again. So I said, okay, no problem. Maybe I'll have her come, and at least I'm imagining we'll be together 2 or 3 days before we take off again. And I'm imagining the gals are either some of them will come, some of them will stay or whatever. But I'm thinking for that initial 2 or 3 days, maybe she can get 4 or 5 days off and come with me so she can really meet everybody. She didn't really get a chance to meet Chuck and Paige and everybody because of the wedding you could. The only thing I owned a bar, and it used to drive me crazy. I used to make the bands and the DJs take a break because I couldn't talk to anybody, and everybody wanted to talk to me and my cousin. Mainly my cousin. I wasn't too vocal, but you can't hear yourself talk, in a bar, and that's the way the weddings were, the music. But I said, just put up with it, but you couldn't hear anything. So anyway, I'd like to gift and Joe and them, everybody, to get together and meet my wife. She's a good one. I love her to death. But yeah, we will. Hopefully, we're going to do that again. And I know we're coming your way. I'm almost positive it's going to start in Pachuap again, according to what me and Chuck had rapped about. Let's see if I miss anything. Let me know. What's it I'll say here? How much longer was Jim banging on the door? What's that? You must be talking to somebody. I missed something. That's not unusual. Is Mr. Mitch here? Bird, stay up late. I didn't see him. If I missed you, Mitch, how you doing? I didn't see him. Anyway, so like I said, if you guys, you know that I'm slow, so if I miss something, put it back up in the chat or direct me to go back a minute or two. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, Joe, and Gift. Uh, it was, and if you guys want a breakdown, I don't know if anybody's planning a wedding or anything, but if you want a breakdown on what it costs to put the wedding on, let me know and I'll either do it in a live stream or, um, you know, I'll do a little video on it or something, maybe a short or something. It shouldn't be too much. I know that I just got through paying the liquor and soda bill, and that was 33,000 baht. So I'm imagining it was kind of expensive. And then, like I said, I think the tables were 12 or 14,000. I don't know what kind of a deal my wife made with the steak man, but she said he gave her a hell of a deal. So, but if you guys want that, I'll put it together in case somebody wants to know. Are you just coming to visit, Cobus? March or April, but probably looks like May or June. Like I said, I'm still standing pretty firm on what I think about Thailand. If you're coming here to travel, I would go to the sandbox. If you got it, like I think even James said, I heard him say in his stream, the 1% that might, test positive or whatever. Is there a chance? Yeah. Could you go to a hospital and not a hotel? I guess so. Like I said, it all depends what you want to do. I think that you should know exactly what's going to happen to you before you take the plunge. And if I did it, like I said, if you want to take a chance and go to Phuket and you've never been there before, there's plenty to see in 2 weeks, and you can stay in 5-star hotels for $50 or $75 a night. So it's up to you. If I was bringing a family, I don't think I would do it. If it was just me and my wife or me alone or whatever, I would do it. And like I said, it's a no-brainer to me if somebody's planning on moving here for 3 to 6 months to check out Thailand. It's a no-brainer. I'd already be on a plane. Let's see. And James says, "Do it as a video, great contact. How expensive was?" Yeah, okay, I will. Probably a good idea. It was, it was expensive. I'll say, even in Thai standards, it was probably off the charts expensive. But in normal USA Western weddings, it was a drop in the bucket. But I will do that. James has probably got the right idea. Um, let's see. Sure, if Mitch is here as if a troll comes out. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Stuck. He'll lurk in the background till then he'll pounce on somebody. Most definitely. Stuck knows him well. Hey, John, how you doing? Just checking in on Rockin' Bro. Your party look. Yeah, it was a great time, man. Absolutely a bunch of fun. Bunch of fun. And like I said, man, I felt so bad yesterday because I gave her crap about not moving, and I felt so bad in the afternoon. I made sure that I made it up to her, and now she's smiling again. And it is with me. I mean, I used to hold stuff in, horribly long times, weeks, months, if somebody pissed me off or whatever. Now it's like 5 minutes. I made that arrangement with myself 20 years ago. I'm not going to hold on to anything. So, hey, Douglas, how you doing? Good morning. Douglas saying good morning to everybody. That's where that was is the one that I'd like to buy, and then right next to that is a half size lot that they just raised. That's where they were cooking. If you kind of saw, there was a truck parked there. That's where they did all the cooking, the fish, all the stuff they brought to the table. That's the monks. A monk owns that. I met him, and I traded him the temporary power pole that I had. I think I paid. My wife said we paid 5 or 6 thousand baht for. He wanted to buy it, so my mother-in-law. I don't really have that much green area on the property, for her to grow her vegetables. So I made a deal with him. He came over to the house to look at the house. Very nice man. And I said, I'll tell you what, if you let my mother-in-law grow some vegetable on your property, we'll give you a portion of it. Plus, I'll give you this pole. And he jumped all over that. He was right on top of it. So now she's got a place, and it's right next door, pretty much, and she can go over and grow more vegetable. What is this thing? There we go. Turn my light a little bit. Still not too. I kind of wanted to get the area. I did make arrangements, and I did finagle. I don't know if Mike's is still here. He probably not. He probably took off. But to get my computer, so I'll probably get it within the next three or 4 days. By the time I move in, I told her. I said I shot that. I ended up only uploading it in 1080, the wedding one, but it took me 6 hours. I did it in 4K, and this computer's just not even not even close to being capable. So I'm gonna get that one. So I'll let you know when I get it. I might even do I've never done like an unboxing thing, but I might at least surprise everybody, and let's see if it comes in Chinese or what I've got to do once it gets here. It is an Acer with a Ryzen 7 deal in it. It should be plenty. I might add some RAM to it. It's got 16 gig, which is 8 more than the one I was going to get. And I was going to upgrade that one to 16. I think I'm going to upgrade this one. I had talked to Chuck too, and his is 32, I think. I think I'm going to upgrade it to that because it's fairly cheap. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello to each other, which is always. Hey T&W, how are you? How big? It was. I don't know exactly why and all that kind of stuff or square meters, but approximately 15 by 25 meters. It was like 13.9 or 14. Anyway, for close to deals, 15 across the front and back, and about 25 down the sides meters. It's small, smaller than I wanted. If I got the lot next door, it would be perfect for me. I would have liked to have had a rye somewhere out, but like I said, my wife didn't want to be that far from work, and she didn't want me that far from the hospital. She always looks out for me. I don't know why. She loves me, I guess. What is he saying? Nice to see you on the scooter. So James, and I didn't ask anybody. I can hear it in my ear again. It sounds like the audio is okay, but the video and the video is never probably going to change unless I upgrade her. I think I can get 1080 if I shoot with my GoPro through, or if I shoot through YouTube. I believe. I just don't like YouTube. I've got a bad taste in my mouth with them. Yeah, a real good woman. Very, very lucky. Very, very lucky. Thank you. Hey Joe, candy for your father-in-law. I will definitely tell him that the one gal that basically helped my wife immensely with the wedding and everything. She's the teacher at the school on the outskirts of Surin that we're going to do the ice cream thing at, and we're probably thinking it's going to be the middle of February, but I'll let everybody know. Like I said, I think on the even if I don't do like a full type video of it, I'm gonna at least do a short so you guys can see the smiles on the kid's face. Not so much to promote. Oh, look what I did. Just to see the smiles because I get a big kick out of it. How are you doing? I'm going to say Nugent because I don't think I'm going to pronounce the. I probably butchered your last name too, but I'm glad that you came in. Nice house, beautiful Thai traditional wedding. Yeah, it was a kick, man. I wish I could have had more people. Like I said, people were a little leery. I'm not too leery. I tell you what, I'd rather get the Omicron or whatever it is, get that flu, and not get the booster shot. I'd rather let my immune system. Build up on its own with a low, like I said, my cousin or my brother and my cousin's best friend, they had the same thing: scratchy throat, everything gone in 4 or 5 days, done. Maybe a little fever. They've had worse flus, 10 times worse flus than they did with it. So, let's see. Let's see. World class. What were you guys talking about? What did you ask? Did I miss? World class at some of the hospitals. What did you ask? Because I'm all over the. How are the doctors? I don't know if you know my story, Miss. I spent two months in the beginning of. It was New Year's Eve, 2020. I went in on New Year's Eve in 2019 and sort of woke up the next morning. They put me into an induced coma type thing. For 2 months I was in intensive care with a tube down my throat at a private hospital here in Surin, and then they lost all my muscle, couldn't even walk, couldn't move, couldn't do anything, and then spent a month in a private room in the same hospital, which my wife and family stayed with me in there. I couldn't have got any better care in the United States. I only know about the United States. I don't know about Australia and the UK and all that, but top notch. This doctor saved my life, man. Can't. In fact, I gave him silk, Thai silk, when I saw him about a week ago for my 3-month checkup for New Year's. Great guy. Saved my life. Hey, Joe, ice cream for the kids. You're the man. I will make sure. But yeah, so no doubt. And I know Bangkok hospitals all over. You can go not only in Bangkok, it's in Hua Hin and whatever. But yeah, top-notch doctors. And the weird thing about it is now he changed it over. I didn't have any insurance too, by the way, so here's a little tip of the day. Don't come here and stay in Thailand without getting insurance. Cost me 1,000,000 baht for the 3 months, which would have cost me probably over $1 million US dollars in the United States. And afterwards, and then I got on my wife's insurance when we got married. She works for the government, and they pay about 85%. It's weird, it kind of varies. But now we go to the government hospital. It takes a little bit longer, but the medication's like half price, and the doctor's the same. He works at both places. I don't know if they do that all over Thailand, but I know they do that here in Surin. He works at the government hospital and the private hospital, and I think it's that way all over Thailand. Maybe somebody else can, tell you about it. Yeah, I don't know. My wife had 4. My poor wife that passed away. She had 4 back surgeries, fusions. Never quite worked right. I'll tell you what she did that worked for her in her later years. You might want to check into it. I don't know what the problem is and what you're doing, but she had disc problems. They put a wire up her spine and then an external battery, and it was almost like a tinge unit, but not quite the same. You couldn't feel it that way, but it took away the pain. And my wife, in her later years, was hunched over a little bit because of the pain. And we went and got that in because before they implant it under your skin. And what they did was they put it on the outside. They put the deal up there, and it was an outpatient thing. We went home, and I'm watching from my living room. I'm watching her in the kitchen, and she's standing completely upright and walking around. And I said, honey, look at me for a minute. She looks at me, yeah. I said, do you realize you're standing straight up? How's the pain? She goes, oh, come to think of it, there is no pain. And she had that in. She only got it done maybe a year before she passed away. But they went back in. In fact, she was so mad, they took it out a week later, and then they told her, okay, yeah, we can schedule the surgery and have you come in 6 weeks. And she said, oh, bullshit. She said, you teased me with this and took away my pain, and now you're going to make me wait 6 weeks? No, it ain't happening. Anyway, she got it done in 2 weeks. They put it in, and it really helped her. The surgeries, a couple of them, maybe 6 months she was okay for, and then and these were fusions. If you're a smoker, if they didn't tell us this, if you're a smoker, your bones don't heal like they should. So they didn't tell her that my wife was a smoker. So the first time they did it, they put screws in and all this kind of stuff. Finally, the time that it worked, the fourth one, her doctor said, I will do the fusion with your, oh, they used donor bone too, which they didn't tell us. So we could have had lawsuits, I guess, but we never went down that road. But he said, I'll do it with your bone. I'll take the screws out. If you stop smoking, I'll do grafts from your own bone. I won't use any screws. And it lasted about 2 years. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the stuff the what you can get out of the back surgeries. I'm sure there's positive stories all over, and you probably know, obviously, if if you've got back problems. Me too. I can't get that device. I was told it wouldn't work. Sadly, I've already had 2 surgeries looking for disc replacement. I don't know. They did it after my wife had 4 surgeries, and the only thing that they told her, for some reason, they made her go in for a psych evaluation, and then they told her that it works sometimes and it doesn't, and that's why they put it on the outside of her skin, taped to her back for a week to see how it works. So that's weird. And it was through, God, St. John's or something. I can't remember. If that's too bad because it worked for her. And like I said, she didn't have that much or too much luck with the surgeries. But that doesn't mean you won't. But it sounds like you had 2, so you're not you're not doing all that great either. Yeah, I'd keep praying, and hopefully it does. It was miserable. She'd been that way. My wife had been in pain since she was 18 at one of the boat drags she went to. She had a boyfriend back then that drove a drag boat. She was on a little mini bike and the throttle stuck or something, and she fell off and hurt her back, and it had been in pain since then, her whole life. She was unlucky anyway. I always called her the 60-year-old woman in a 90-year-old body. But she had total hysterectomy at 30, gallstones and this removed, and both her hips replaced, and she was 57. So it was sad. Like I said, she went. It devastated me, but now I look at it and I know that she's resting in peace and in no pain. So exactly what they told you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was. It works for some people. It worked for her, man. I told you, like I said, it was amazing. Here I am sitting in the living room looking up there, shaking my head, going, how is she standing straight up? I hadn't seen her stand straight up in 2 years. So it was weird to see. But I hope everything works out for you. But the doctors here are excellent. It's probably some of the best in the world. I'm sure I would check into them or whatever. But my heart doctor, I would suggest him to anybody. He's the best. He saved my life. Hey Gary. Hey Randy. Thanks. Quaaludes for the gift. Yeah, I don't think they make those anymore. Those were the magic drugs when I was a kid, and then they stopped producing them, as far as I know. At least in California, you couldn't get them. But you know what? My drug of choice for pain was the one that the dentist used to give out, the Percodan, and then the Percocet. But the Percodan that they'd give out, that was because I have a high, I'll tell you a little story. I had kinked my neck somehow, and I couldn't sleep. So I went to the doctor and I said, I can't sleep, man. I've been up for almost 2 days. And I said, I'm trying to sleep sitting up with a pillow against my chest and my head down, just trying to get a couple hours sleep. It's killing me. He said, here's some pills, take them, and then let me know what happens. He gave me like 30 pills, right? And it was some kind of nothing. Okay, so there I am standing at 9 o'clock at his office door as he walked in, and he goes, Dave, what are you doing, man? And I said, I still haven't slept, and I took the pills and they did nothing. He goes, well, double it. I said, no, you don't understand. All 30 of them are gone. Okay, whatever he gave me, I can't remember what it was. And he goes, holy shit. So he said, well, what works on you? And I said, Percodan always worked when I had dentist work done years ago. He gave me that, and I finally took it, and I finally went to sleep. So that was one for pain. And then, of course, Vicodin came into the scheme. They don't like to give that at all now because people get addicted to it. Um, no, treat me like yeah, exactly. And that's the way it got in. I had my one doctor I had to actually change. I was taking Vicodin for my knees. They wanted to replace my knees 10 years ago. I don't take much. I'm on the lower, I forget the name of the one you can actually get here in Thailand. Um, I still have pills because I had 180 of them when I came from the United States over 3 years ago. I don't take them that often, once a month, you know. But the one doctor that I had said I'm not going to give you Vicodin anymore. And I said, well, why? Well, the government's tracing it, and you got to do triplicates, and you got to do this and that. Like you said, treating me like I'm gonna take them and sell them on the street or whatever the case may be. And I said, well, I guess you're not my doctor anymore. So I went and found a new doctor and said, it's not for completely for this reason because the guy kind of pissed me off anyway. But yeah, they do. They treat you, if you want any kind of meds. They're crazy. Go to pain management and we'll, bend you over and shove a giant needle in your back and see how that goes for a week. And but here's an aspirin. Go to bed and let me know. A bunch of crap. I agree with you. Oxycontin is a badass. Yeah, that's a little. I never took it. I never been addicted. Well, put it this way: it's been 35, 40 years since I've done any drugs. But during the 70s and 80s, I'm the one admitted LSD, cocaine up the yin yang. Any kind of downer, upper, sideways, whatever I could get my hand on. And then I quit, and I quit cold turkey. And the way that I did it, I might have said it in one of the live streams or a video before, is instead of going and buying an eighth or an 8 ball or a quarter ounce or whatever, cocaine was the biggest thing back then. I bought myself something, a camera, whatever I wanted, a surfboard, a set of a new single ski, whatever it is. After like a month, I had a bedroom full of shit, and I said, "Okay, I'm done," and I haven't touched it since. Not even marijuana no more. Been over 30 years for any kind of drug. Let me calm down. Doctor shopping. Yeah, I had a buddy that actually did that, and he would go into the emergency room, sit there for 8 hours, waiting, just so that he could try to get them to prescribe. But the doctors aren't stupid. I mean, they're interconnected. So it. Hold on one second. I'm lopsided. They're interconnected, so they know. Hey, you were just in the emergency room across town. Whatever, get out of here. So he lost that. But a lot of people did like do it, and then they just started buying them illegally. You could buy them on the street. But what does Andy say? 35,000 in Melbourne, no lockdowns. There will be riots if they lock down. I don't think. Do you lock down for a cold? I don't know. I wouldn't think that you would lock down for a light case of the flu that won't do anything. The only thing it'll do for you if you've got underlying conditions and you're over 116 years old, it might kill you. Of course, getting up out of bed might kill you at 116. Let's see. What does Gator say? TNW. In Udon, Thailand, he recommends AI. What is AIA? Did I miss something? Obviously. I got on a ramble with this about doctors. But I would check into the doctors if you're here. Like I said, they're some of the best in the country. They come from John Hopkins. I mean, they come from. They're the best. Some of the best doctors in the world. So I wouldn't be afraid to have anything done here. In fact, I'm gonna check into. I got to have my knees done. So sooner or later, it's getting to the point where it's hard to go up steps, and worry about them, popping out and falling. So I got to do something. So I will find out. If not, I'll have to fly back to the States and get it done, which I really don't want to do. Excuse me. He's in the U.S. No lockdown. Yeah, I just can't see it. Not for this variant. Like I said, the tolls here in Thailand going from 3 to 5,000 to 8,000 to 9,000, and the deaths going from 16 to 14 to 12, coming down. And like I said before, if you're looking at that, and how many out of that 14 in all of Thailand that day Was it really caused by COVID? They probably had COVID. I'll give them that. But, when you're 136 years old, it's time to go sometimes. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. It's a cold. It's a flu. Take a flu shot if you want to. If you don't want to, don't take it. And if the variants keep going down and the deaths keep going down, the cases could go up through the roof. Who cares if you got to be home for 4 days and do it? Now, it is a bummer if you're in Thailand and they want to lock you up for 14 days in one of their facilities that don't have air conditioning or Wi-Fi or nothing. That could be a bummer. But I think everybody's pretty much on the same wavelength now that it is the flu. We got to treat it like the flu. As long as it's not killing mass amounts of people, people need to make a freaking living, man. I couldn't even imagine these businesses. I feel for them, most of them anyway. Only 55 knees going upstairs, yeah. Omicron. Hey, gentleman, I don't know if I said hello to you. Is mild Delta. Yeah, and I agree. And like I said, and I don't know, of course, check everything. I don't want somebody to come jumping down my throat. Always check with the government and everything else. And doctors, of course, I'm not a doctor. But I had heard on the channel here and throughout YouTube, and, everything's got to be true on YouTube, right? I heard somebody say that. That as the variants go, the less and less they're going to be, killers. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm hoping it's true because I'd like to get over with this stuff. I want to travel. I'd like to see my granddaughter that I haven't seen yet. She was born when I had a tube down my mouth, a while ago, over 2 years ago. So I don't know. I'm hoping. Food shortage, truck drivers. Food shortage, truck deliveries. Andy says, "Oh, Jam's leaving. Good night." Glad you could stop by. I appreciate it, Jim. Won't be long before you will get locked down. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, they got to let it, and it's, I feel for them, and I said it before. It's tough when you're in charge or you're the man or you're the woman or you're the person that is making the decision for a country. If it all goes to crap and all of a sudden, 260,000 people die tomorrow, what's your chances of being around or being alive for that matter? So, I understand their leeriness, but from what I've seen, they have to. I know that they went down on the restrictions and you can still drink, but only till 9 p.m. So they didn't at least jump in and say, okay, everything's, panic. Everything's shut down. You can't do anything. And there's people out there saying that nothing's going on. Go watch one of Chocolate Man in Thailand's driving around videos over in Pattaya and John Tiem, and then come and tell me that that everything's shut down and there's nothing to do. Let's see. What did you say? Don't get a shot if you might be infected. Bad. You weren't even supposed to, according, again, all hearsay, in the United States, I've got a couple of friends that are definite anti-vaxxers. And they say originally when all this stuff started, the United States was you weren't supposed to get the shot if you had it prior to that. If you got corona and, went through it and lived through it, you weren't supposed to get the shot. They were supposed to test you to see if you have gotten it before you got the shot. And I heard they threw that out the window and just started vaccinating everybody. Of course, that's my anti-vaxxer friends. So, hey, how you doing? I'm glad to see you. How are you doing, Maggie? Are you still on vacation, or have you ended your time with your man? I don't know. I haven't had a chance to keep up on everything. Everybody say hi to Maggie. If somebody's there, I don't know, post Maggie's a link if you would. Great channel, great lady. I was looking forward to being able to meet up with her and her boyfriend, and hopefully I still can. I don't know what they're doing. I know they're having they haven't seen each other in a long time, so they need to go out and have their mini vacations. The new problem is supply chain. My own school just went back to virtual learning, not because of COVID, because they can't get enough food. Wow, that sucks. And that's in the United States, right? That's yeah, that's sad actually. Uh, I'm in Surin, Maggie. I'm right in the pretty much the downtown of Surin. The new house and the house that I'm in now is about not even a click or two from the Robinson's Mall in Surin. And hopefully, I guess I'm here for a while. I'm hoping that I was hoping, and if you heard me before, I was hoping to get get my wife eventually to maybe move because she worked for TOT. She could get a job anywhere. Of course, I'd have to take my mother and father-in-law. She's not going to move without them. But after her being 20 years with TOT and what went on with the wedding and how everybody at TOT and then the TOT party that they had for New Year's, these people love my wife. This is my wife's extended family. She's not going anywhere. Plus, she enjoys going to work every day. So I'm hoping that I'm just going to go to maybe Rayong Way or John TM or whatever. It's about a 6-hour drive for me. Go during the week. My wife works, so I won't miss her as much. And go for 4-day jaunts, maybe once a month. Maybe buy a condo there. I don't know. Just to get my fix for the beach because that's the only box. Everything else. Oh, that's not good. Stop. Stop. There we go. That didn't get clicked was living at the beach. Fantastic wife, best woman in Thailand, best family I could possibly hope for in a Thailand family. Getting the house, getting everything. I've been blessed, no doubt. Hey Leaf, how you doing? Serena's quite far. We're about, oh, Wahin, okay. Now to Rayong, okay. Uh, God, still, I might have to buy a new microphone. I think it's just a connection. Have a good day. Yeah. So, where was I? Gator put it up. Let's see. Anyway, okay. My coffee's getting cold. How long have we been on? An hour? Okay, I almost had 40 in the chat. That's pretty cool. 30 now. It's awesome, guys. Ah, dang. Why is this doing this? There we go. Sounds okay? I don't know. Testing, testing. I like it better over here. I'm very happy to see you look well. Thank you. Yeah, I feel good. Yeah. With the house moving and all that stuff, I'm hoping to. I did, to go out and spend another 10,000 baht on what I need, and then go and spend the 24,000 for the get my wife to let me cut loose with the 24,000, and short of not grabbing out of savings. I'm hoping to. I'd like to at least try it once. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a good time. And I could do, if I've got a good signal and I've got the top of the line TOT internet, on my phone, I should be able to do live streams right from wherever I'm at camping. So it could be quite interesting. I can't hear anything. It's perfect, right? Perfect. If you couldn't see anything, it'd be a perfect day, wouldn't it, Alexander? You don't have to look at this, right? Audios and videos. Okay, cool. Thanks. Headed for the refrige in the garage. Anyone need anything? Yeah. Bring everyone a beer. Randy. Let's see what's happening, Gary. Wedding look great this weekend. You'll be in. Yeah, I think so. I told her. I said just get what you need to get done. Move in at work, and then we'll have somebody come and help clean because I don't know if I finished the story earlier. The kids don't have, they were supposed to be to school on the 10th. They don't need to be at school on the 10th. They don't have to be there till the 14th, which would have been perfect because then the kids could help move. Well, last night the oldest one got a call from the school. She needs to go do, I think she's going to do Thai dance for the king or something. So they herded her in to do a Thai dance or some kind of expedition or exposition. I think that's the right word. Anyway, to come out and do a dance with a bunch of other people, and so they left. My wife took them to. My wife took the oldest and her mother. So we lost her mother too, who's the original driving factor on getting stuff packed and stuff to Bangkok. So they won't be there. So that's 2 extra people. So I told her we'd hire somebody to come in and clean on Thursday or Friday, get the place all clean, and then we'll hire the 5 guys and I'll drive the truck and we'll move the fish and we'll get everything over to the house. And I'll probably do a video on not so much the moving, but maybe moving the fish. Some people are kind of interested in the fish. I'll do a short one. And he's got 21 days and a wake up. Is that what it is? Yeah, it was, I wish, like I said, I wish more people would have come. People ask me a lot of people have asked me before where I see the channel going. The only reason I'd like to see the channel get bigger and more people is because I want to meet more people. Like I said before, I don't do this for money. I do this because I'm retired and I actually like it. I didn't ever think I would, and I have a good time doing it. And like I said, I will do it until it's not a good time or fun anymore. But that's the only reason I would like to see more subs, and because I want to meet more people. Everybody that I've met on YouTube, except for one, have been just super people. And like I said, I want to do these meetups, even if it seems like most people come to Bangkok, Pattaya, Jomtien area when they come. So I have no problem. I'd like to do it like quarterly. Come to Jomtien or Pattaya for a weekend. Maybe the first one we got 5, 6, 8 people. Second one 10, 12, 14 people. Maybe by the end of the year we got 20 people, 30 people, 40 people. And have a frickin' party. 3 or 4 times a month is this is what I'm looking at. I think it would be fun. So that's my expectations of what I would like to do. Like I said, I don't need money from here. I have retirements and other incomes, so I don't need anything. I'm set for till the day I croak, and then my wife's set after that. So it worked out pretty good. But like I said, the money that people give in super chats are going to go to my wife. I'm setting up the ad set account so that she can file the taxes and do all the deal, and then I'll give it to her. But I'm going to give her the money for the ice cream out of my pocket, because I don't know how long it's going to take to get all this stuff done, so it goes to her. And but boy, I just noticed, I looked at the thing, Google takes a big giant chunk out of that, that money. I wonder if PayPal takes less. If anybody knows, let me know. Anyway, then my wife, she loves doing it. In fact, she actually told me yesterday that she wants to come on a video, on a live stream, or a small video, because I don't know if like I said, she's still worried about her English. And thank everybody for all the kind things that they said for the wedding, for the money for her to give to the Thai people. She wants to thank everybody that has contributed and do that out of the blue. I didn't say anything to her, so we'll do that shortly. But yeah, so that's where it's going to go. Whether it makes 10 cents or $10,000, it's going back into Thailand. What is going great? Says YouTube is the most amazing. Yeah, I didn't know it. I didn't know nothing about YouTube. The only thing I knew about YouTube before I came to Thailand, pretty much, I started the YouTube channel per se, and just showed pictures so my family could watch where I was vacationing on retirement. And it was mostly in Phuket, Rahway, and the hotels I went to. And then I did the one with Joe, and pretty much know from there, he said you ought to try it, and I enjoyed it. But mostly before that, it was, God, I can't figure out in this 2008 Saturn Vue that I have, where the hell's the air filter? and how do I get to it? And I just hit YouTube, and it would tell me to pull the glove box and show me exactly what to do. That's what I used YouTube for. And now, like I said, the people that I've met, Tom and Mitch and Mark, and if I leave anybody out, everybody that I've met here, of course, James and everybody that we went on the bike ride with, and Bad Badger, Tony, everybody, just great people, So how can you? And I don't meet anybody. I get to speak English for an hour or two when I do my live streams. I got to speak English at my wedding party because Chuck came and Tom came, and everybody was there, and I could speak a little bit of English. I don't really know anybody here in Surin, and I should get out there. There's places, and there's Surin expat groups and stuff like that, but I haven't really joined anything like that. But like I said, the ambition of what I want to do is have these meetups in a common area, John TM. They don't have to be in Surin. Surin, if people want to come, for the elephant festivals and stuff like that, that's pretty much all the tourist deal that's here. But I have no problem going to Pattaya or John TM to meet up with everybody. That scene, it seemed to be slightly different from the scene outside my window. Well, yeah, I wish I had that outside my window. I'd be a very happy man, Chris. Let's see. Really, no one's going to care about how good her English is. Yeah. She just a little self-conscious, but I was surprised when she came up and told me that because she reads and she looks at some of the stuff. She lurks on my live streams, so she knows Joe, and she laughs like hell when Joe gives for her dad to get his sweets. She thinks that's like the best thing in the world. But she sees all the comments too, like congratulations, perfect wife, perfect woman, how lucky I am, and all that kind of stuff. And she just wants to say thank you to everybody. That's all, pretty much. Question. See, Andy put it up. Here we go. Question. Have you looked at... Yeah, I do. I have one. I put it up, but I don't know how to put it up on the page. If you go to About, I think, on my page, there's a buy me a Slurpee or some kind of a thing on there, but no one's ever done it. I've never even tried it, to tell you the truth. And I think that goes to PayPal. I set it up so long ago, I don't remember. I think it goes to PayPal. What did Andy say? What did Andy say? I hope to get there soon and give the ice cream fun in person. Yeah. Definitely, Randy. And like I said, the chances that we probably ran into each other through the years are probably fairly high, except you probably would have been running the other direction as I came down the street. But I definitely looking forward to meet, especially on Jake too, and everybody. Yeah, definitely. Love to meet you, man. Love to meet everybody. And like I said, I think those meetups would be kind of cool. And it doesn't have to be a long time. I mean, they're just a weekend. Spend one night even in a hotel on a Saturday or something and get together. I think it would be cool. Let's see what Jake says. If you use a bank transfer, not a credit card, then PayPal doesn't cost. Oh, really? I will check that out, Gator. Because I was just surprised. I didn't realize they took like 35 or 40% is what they said. I was reading on it. They haven't taken anything because I haven't taken anything yet. We need an attractive face. Yeah, no shit. That's the truth, Gary. And she is. My wife's beautiful. It depends on how the recipient PayPal is set up. I use my business PayPal set up a bank account. Sometimes it charges me, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I heard that even if they do, it's like minimal, like 2% or something. And I could be wrong. This is all hearsay, of course. Oh, Jake found it. Is that the one? I don't know if it works, but there it is. But I think that's probably better. That more money will get to Thailand, I'm guessing. Too much. Oh, 3%. Okay. Yeah, so that's cool. But 35 or 40%, that's like Miss says, that's too much. I agree. Yep, meetups. Hey, Cobus, you're back. Yeah, I think it'd be a great time. And like I said, even if it's only just 3 or 4 times a year, because I'm planning on doing these live streams for until I got nothing to say anymore, which I find hard to believe. I'll find something. Most of the stuff, like I said, we talk about, is Thailand related. And anything that I can find out, anybody wants to shoot something, comments or stuff, even if I don't know, I'll try to find out if I can. I'll help anybody. Let's see. Oh, 30 to 40. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like I said, I only see. I think since it started, you guys have donated like 200 and and I'm making minimal stuff off of YouTube is in there. The 23 cents, 35 cents. Off of the videos and the live streams. But I think it's over $200. And my wife said she needs 150. I'll probably give her 200 for the ice cream thing. So. Yeah, exactly. Google gets enough. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, could you imagine owning Google or starting Google? Holy crap! I can't imagine having that kind of money. I don't know what it would be. I probably would have, if I had that kind of money, I would have been the same as coming to Thailand when I was in my late 20s, early 30s. I'd have killed myself. I mean, back then I was spending everything I had on sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So I definitely wouldn't have lived. So maybe God had a plan for me to not give me an absorbent amount of money until I had a wife that could this one and my wife now that could set me straight on how life is supposed to be. Uh, Bloody computer. You're having problems with that computer, huh? You said that did that ever do it since? Did that start doing it since the update? Is that what screwed up everything, Brock? I think I heard you talking about that, and I think I've heard some other people. My wife used to always tell me about the updates from iPhone used to screw up her phone all the time. Ballpark. Okay, David, ballpark. 150,000 bought is a ballpark. I'm guessing. So what is that U.S.? I don't even know. 100,000. Well, 10,000 is like 300, right? So it'd be 3,000. 5,000. Four or 5,000 U.S. I'm guessing. But it was awesome. I mean, like I said, it was like a whole show. They put on the dancing girls. You know, like I said to Mitch, too bad you got food poisoning. You would have been in seventh heaven. He would have been up on the front, what we called the rail, in the topless joints in California. You know, doling out dollars. Back then it was dollars. But I was surprised that I didn't tape it. I don't know why. My oldest daughter has it, both of them, and the youngest one. They have excellent voices, including my wife. But she sang "Do Dio Dio." I don't know the name of that song, but she sung that song, and she was hidden behind. It was at the end of the wedding, or the party, and they talked her into coming back out front because the people wanted to give her money. I think she made 500 or 600 baht because they gave her money. It sounded great. It was awesome. I wish I would have gotten it on video. I don't know if Chuck was still there when she did that or not. I don't think so. I think he was gone. I was gonna say maybe he did. Uh, let's see. Joe said, "Did you get it? I sent you buying coffee for your wife." Let me look and see. I do no. I don't even know how to find it, Joe. Let me see if I have it on my phone here. I might have it on my phone. The app for. I got so many freaking apps on this phone. Shouldn't it like notify me or something that I got a deal, or is that something I have to? I will check, Joe. I will let you know. I'll let you know through Messenger after the show. But there's got to be something. You guys that use it, is there something I can activate that it actually tells me? Because if people are going to do that, I want everybody to know that somebody has given something for Thailand. What did Xavier said? I had 2,000 stolen from my account, someone in Florida, and 7,000 from someone in Ireland. So I don't like sending money overseas anymore. I don't blame you. If it happened to me, I would be leery too. I had two of my Chase accounts hacked right before I actually came to Thailand. When my wife was still alive, and it was a bummer. I was pissed off because they were all the stuff that I had automatic deposits and automatic paying, whatever out of. So I had to re-sign up for all those twice, and they did it in 2 months. Twice they hacked into my Chase accounts, and it's been 3 years now, and everything's been cool. So, but I will definitely look into that and make sure that I get notified on it, and then I will also in the next live stream, anybody that has sent that over for the wife Thailand fund, I will make sure I mention everybody. Unless you don't want to be mentioned, just tell me. Some people don't. Some people like to give and don't say anything. Oh, what did Randy say? I once tried to ship a $50 care package. YouTuber, I found out it was going to cost $250. Yeah, exactly. And I know that Chuck had talked about that. Not so much on your end, but if you send something, he got something from somebody that instead of them putting like under $20 or whatever value, they put, this thing's like $600. Chuck had to pay the tax on whatever $600 was to pick up the package. So I think he told everybody don't send anything if it's over so much amount of money. Let's see. It was okay. Yeah, the bank. Yeah, and that's the way, on anything that they got out of Chase, I've never had a problem with any bank on any kind of cards that were stolen or anything. I've had that in the past. Bank cards or something, the numbers, somebody charged something, they'd send me something. Are you in, Florida right now? No, I'm not in Florida. Well, someone just charged, a $280 jet ski rental on your card. Is that you? Well, I'm not in Florida, so no, it's not me. They're pretty good about it though. I got reimbursed immediately and never had a problem with the bank in doing that. So Brock said it worked perfect yesterday and nothing today. Huh. You can put, I think Jake put it in the live stream, but I don't know how to get it on the page. I don't know. Like I said, I'm quite naive to YouTube and anything that's being done on YouTube. Thank God I have people around me that know about IT stuff, like Mike's and Brock and quite a few others, Chris and Jake. So I can get some input on at least knowing how to set up a microphone or a camera or whatever. Camera stuff I'm pretty familiar with. Like I told you before, I was really into photography, mostly black and white, 4x5 stuff, 2.25 stuff. When I was younger, I ran a dark room actually for college students that my cousin owned, or my cousin's friend owned. I really was into it, and I don't know, I just kind of phased out. Even when I was in the house that I just sold to my nephew in the beginning, I had two electric 4x5 enlargers in my basement and all the gear, and I shot quite a bit because up there, and I was right by Yosemite. I had some stuff that I was excited about, but I don't know. I just didn't get into it. But so now I get to screw around with a little bit, although I haven't. I don't shoot anything with my full size Canon or anything, which I should. But I am having a lot of fun with the GoPros, and I should shoot with my M3 mirrorless a little bit more. I wish I would have had it out there for the party, because it's a lot better in low light with the lens that I have on it than the GoPro absolutely stinks in low light. You can see I apologize for the end of that video. It wasn't me? I thought it was you. Somebody put it up. But anyway, what would be in the same area? Let's see. In the same area where you get super chat. I don't know. The only place that I know that I think you can see it, Hey, Andy, thanks. I'm buying you a coffee. Uh, is in the about on my computer or on my page. Well, let me see. I think that's where it is. I'm horrible, guys, man. I wish I knew more about it. Let's see. If I go to YouTube and I go to my page and I go to across the community and I go over to about, yeah. If you go to about, oh, it's a PayPal and it says donate, buy me a smoothie under the about tab on my page. Um, but thanks again, Andy. I will definitely, if somebody puts in there that they want to buy me a smoothie or whatever, I will make sure I do that. Otherwise, everything's going to go to the kids or to Thailand or to my wife or whatever she wants to do with it. Like I said, she's never been able to, in her life, to give anybody anything. So the stuff that we've given to the workers when we did that and that kind of stuff just put from ear to ear smile that she got to give back to Thailand to the people that didn't have anything, and that's what she wants to do. Although she doesn't like giving money, she'd rather buy stuff and give that to them. I think because she's worried about some of the people maybe running off and buying alcohol. I don't know. I'm guessing. But she likes to give them food and stuff like that. Canned fish is really big. Rice isn't too big here in Isan, I explained before, because pretty much everybody, someone in their family grows rice, so they get rice fairly reasonable. So when we did ours, we didn't give away any rice. We gave away noodles and stuff like that in our little care packages for the workers. The one time we did that, and the ice cream thing will be awesome. And then once we get over there and familiar with them, we'll probably, like it. Chuck has kind of adopted that school that he does. We'll probably do the same with them if they need. My wife had said that their eating utensils and plates are like old and bent and that kind of stuff, and maybe some clothing, maybe just we'll start giving to them because it's men's school. She teaches there. It makes sense for us. Thanks again, Andy. I appreciate it. I tried a couple of times. Different browsers, and still haven't been able to join. Really? I don't know how. Now that again, I can't do it. I don't see that on my page on my phone. I do see the become a member thing on my computer, and maybe Brock can help me with that. I don't know how to get it so that you can see it to be able to join the members deal. And I think it's 99 cents a month. I tried to get it. They wouldn't let me do it any cheaper, and it's probably because Google takes all of that. So I don't know what out of the 99 cents I might get 20 cents or something, or 50 cents. I don't know. I didn't do it for that reason. Still trying to think of something to do with the members deal. And I don't want to cut anybody short on that just watching either. So I don't know what it's going to be, but I am going to do something. I've got a couple of things up my sleeve, and I'll let you know when I end up doing it. I'm your ice cream man. Stop me when I'm passing by. Yeah, and I'm glad that you found the one because I really like. I don't know if you guys, obviously most of you have been to Thailand. The ones where they make the coconut ice cream and they scrape it. It's awesome. It's not. That's what I like about Thailand. All their sweets is not overly sweet. You eat a cheesecake from. That's why I'm going to make a cheesecake. That'll probably be the first thing I make in my kitchen. I've got a little. I think it's a 9-inch springform pan that I bought a year and a half ago. So I'm going to make it, but I'm going to cut back on the sugar because if you make regular sweets, it's just too sweet. And I like it a lot better here. I mean, plus it's better for me. Shouldn't have any sugar anyway. But I'm going to have to cut back on the sugar. Excuse me. Let's see. You can add a hyperlink to buy your copy, send in the live stream description, just like you have now. Enjoy this channel hyperlink. When I did the join my channel, it asked me to do that. I don't know. I'll play around with it to see if I can get it. It asked me, do I want to put a link on the whatever? And I said, okay. and then I noticed it was on the page. But I will try and see what I can find out, because I know a lot of people had asked that have been asking. I've been trying, and I can't find any way to join. So, all my flavors are guaranteed. Um, Gator. Are you guys watching the game? I guess there's some kind of, what is it, college? I stopped watching college football. I stopped watching pretty much football. I was a gambler with my friend who passed away. We used to gamble on football all the time, and we used to gamble on college football too. But I said, this is crazy. How are you going to gamble on something where the scores could be 180 to 6? I mean, it never excited me. College football never excited me to watch. You know, I would rather watch my son play high school football than watch college football. I'm probably going to get people that are going to quit the channel. uh, yeah, less sugar. Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to do a lot of cooking there. That's why I built that kitchen. I built that kitchen for me. I'm going to take my 70. I'll show you. I'll do like a whole an actual video on the kitchen once I get it set up. There's going to be my 70-liter oven's going to also be on top of the counter. My air fryer, can opener, toaster, coffee pot, everything. I'll show you the way that I'm going to set it up, and maybe I might even do some cooking stuff. I don't know. I always wanted to. Maybe I'll call it Got to Love Thailand Cooking. I don't know, or Got to Love Thai Food. But whatever. Maybe I'll just do them because I could put them up. People don't have to watch them. I don't expect people. I didn't expect people to watch the New Year's party. I put that up for my wife's friends at TOT, and I think it's gotten more views than most of my videos have gotten. So I don't know what works and what don't. Hey, there we go. There he is. Apologies for not joining the chat. I've been on a state. Oh, okay, cool. James started his live streams. I heard spirit. Take care, everyone. Cool. I hope everything's good in the States, Mitch. Hope nothing serious. You're not a cricket guy. Good day, everybody saying hi to Mitch. But I like to cook. I'm not so much a baker. Cheesecake, bread, banana bread, sourdough bread, the breads, and that kind of thing. I like to do. Some of the baking, you've got to be so precise, and I'm just, look at my hands. I got, my fingers are too, I can barely use an iPhone, for Christ's sake. So it, to try to get a little measure, a quarter teaspoon, it's just a little bit too much. And when I cook, all the stuff, I don't even have anything written down. The sausage bread I made for Joe's, these are all family recipes. The wedding soup, all the Italian dishes, lasagna, all the pasta sauce, all that I was taught by my grandmother and my mother and my uncle who owned the Italian restaurants, the pizza and stuff like that I love. And then when I was young, my aunt owned restaurants, my aunt and uncle that owned the Italian restaurants. They had coffee shops too and bowling alleys. And I started there at 14, 15. And then she had a 80-year-old chef that how she got him, I don't know, in this coffee shop. And he had 3 medallions. He was amazing. And he taught me all the basics and what I needed to know. Really didn't like short order cooking, but I love to cook for people. And as long as I can cook on my time, I love it. So I probably will do videos and see how people like them. Just for I got a whole crap load of Nikki stuff that I want to try to cook. So maybe I will do that. They'll give me a little bit more stuff. Maybe some people watch it. Maybe some people won't. And then when I do the backyard, the videos that I will be having coming out will probably be. I did talk to the brother that built our house about he's starting up new ones. If he had a problem, whether I could come over there and film the progress on those and the pricing and that kind of stuff. And he said, no problem. I might do that. And then definitely the backyard. I've got the Thai kitchen, which will be a separate video. The plunge pool, which will be a separate video. The pond, separate. And the tiki area will be separate. So I got plenty of videos to do. Like I said, I'm just not I got to get more into I'm not like, Chuck and Jay. They got the thing is surgically attached to their hand. I mean, it's amazing. I just don't even think about it, I did at the wedding. I went out there with the GoPros, but if I really would have been thinking about it, I would have got something that was better in low light. Although the video's not bad, the last 2 minutes is in the dark. Biscuits and gravy, yeah, I like that too. And I made like the Italian sausage that I put in the sausage bread for Joe's for Thanksgiving. I made abundance of it. We had it for breakfast. Made patties the next morning. It was excellent. That's good. And that again is just recipes from my uncle and my mom. And then I got all sorts of stuff that I haven't made in a long time. Cannolis, a lot of Italian food, a lot of Mexican food. I love Mexican food. I did make chili recently. Ended up eating it all myself over a 4 or 5, 6 day deal. My wife and them, they didn't even want to try it. The youngest daughter, she likes trying stuff, so she'll try it. But I do like Mexican food. A lot of pastas and stuff too. Gotta go. All right, you take it easy. I will try to get those measurements. Give me another probably week once I get in there or get over there. If I have the truck and me there, I've got the freaking tape measures in the glove box of the truck. But I will get it. But take care. Have a good day or night, and I'll see you on the next one. I like biscuits, and I like gravy, but I don't want gravy on my biscuits. That's easy to do. You just put it in a ramekin and put it on the plate. Sausage, gravies, and grits. There you go. There's a southern person. I do. I did make that, but my Thai family, they're not really into that, man. I talked to Chuck about this. I said, everybody that comes over that's eating the pizza, they love my pizza. They want more of it. Granted, it's Thai style crab, fake crab, squid if I can get it on there, shrimp, that kind of stuff. They put ketchup on it, and I don't get it, but they put ketchup on it. And Chuck said they don't on his, but everybody, and it's not like just my Thai family. Everybody, all my in-laws' friends, and everybody that comes over, they all same thing. It's like my wife even puts the bottle of ketchup out when she knows that we're gonna be serving. What did Chris say? They're going to revoke your Florida cards why you don't like gravy on your biscuits. Good night from Pennsylvania. Good. I'm glad you could stop by. I appreciate it. You have a good one. It is probably getting low. It's getting late, isn't it, Jake? Dave, I'm off to the gym. Yeah, it's been what? It's been an hour and a half. I think I'm probably pretty close to being done. Everybody's saying goodnight to Gator and stuff. We still got like 26 people. You guys are awesome. It was. I mean, when I first started doing these live streams, I don't think there was 10. So you guys definitely make it worthwhile. I really enjoy doing them. I didn't let anybody come on today. Hi, Jake. Even worse, I grew up in North Carolina hillbilly. The only person in the family that doesn't like gravy on biscuits, but it explains why I'm an ACC fan. Everybody's saying goodbye. All right, guys. 7 p.m. in California. Been on for an hour and 29 minutes. I'm probably going to do another live stream in 2 days. What's today? Is today Tuesday? I think it is Tuesday. So Thursday, I'll do another one from this house, and I'm hoping that will be the last live stream from here. But I again, guys, man, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys watching, and all the support is just phenomenal. So I will catch you all on the next one, I guess. You guys have a great evening, lunchtime, or morning as it is here, or afternoon now in Thailand. And I will catch you on the next one.